everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video. And today I decided to sit down and talk about the new Superman and Lois TV show that has come out and given a bit of my thoughts on it. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, I already did a TikTok about this, although briefly, only for a minute, giving my overarching views. But I figured I might as well sit down and dig a little bit deeper into it and really dig into what I like and what I don't like about this. And as you can see, per my YouTube videos right now, it's right after the gym. So let's talk about it. And as always, right, you can follow me on other social medias. I do a lot on TikTok right now. It's actually very easy to do TikTok, so I've been doing a lot of it. But I've been posting on Instagram, I've been posting on Twitter, and of course, you can follow me and Connor, OK Fave, at our podcast, the World of Fandom podcast. It's on all the different podcast platforms. I listen to it on Spotify. But enough shameless promotion. Let's talk about Superman and Lois. Now, I'll be open and honest with every one of you that when the CW shows first came out, they were phenomenal. I loved them. I loved Arrow. I loved Flash, and even seasons like season three of Arrow, which were a dramatic downfall in quality, were still good seasons, or at least still enjoyable. Right? Good may be the wrong word, but um, at some point, I don't know exactly where. I want to say around the end of season two of Supergirl, the quality started to dip dramatically with all the shows except for The Flash, in my opinion, to the point that I stopped watching some of the shows. So I watched Arrow to its completion. I continuously watched Flash. I watched Supergirl up to a point. I really kind of stopped watching when she started getting the super suit with the pants, which had nothing to do with it because the super suit was fine. But that's about where I dropped off on her. Legend of Tomorrow, I dropped off, although not by choice. It's just timing. That's another problem. Way too many shows to watch. Black Lightning also timing. But just in general, the quality of the shows have gone downhill. Not only has the quality gone down with the writing, but it has become overly political and it does kind of infringe on the writing. Now, I have no problems with writers putting in their own politics or their own personal views into a story if it's relevant to the story and if it's treated correctly. I think a great example of this is Dennis O'Neil's run on Green Arrow and Green Lantern, which is a phenomenal run in the comic books, which does have very political tones, but it's handled with a lot more grace than some of the CW shows. The CW shows, all in all, have just become too overly woke to the point that they're just not enjoyable anymore. To the point that I couldn't even get through season one of Batwoman. And that show's just falling apart. One, you lose your star, and two, like the I don't the whole entire season two is just shit. And the numbers are in the trash bag. And it's upsetting because a lot of these shows were good. When Supergirl first came out, season one and season two of Supergirl were phenomenal. I enjoyed them greatly. And then again, the writing staff got too extreme in certain points, and the stories became too over the top with certain stuff. And I mean, there needs to be a strike of balance also with what you do with the shows. I think Flash has the best balance where it has what Kevin Smith would call the three H's: heroics, humor, and heart. Where you have the touching moments, you have the funny moments, and then you have just straight down the superhero moments. Where I think certain shows do too much of either. Like, I think Arrow was way too much action and darkness. It wasn't enough heart and there wasn't enough humor. And Supergirl was too much emotion and feeling, so too much heart and not enough humor and not enough action. Probably lacking action the most. So the CW shows have just kind of fallen apart. When I heard that they were doing a Superman Lois show, I just thought, wow, this is so late into the life cycle of these CW shows. And the reason why I'm thinking this is because I don't watch regular television much anymore. All I do is streaming apps. Like, I'm surprised that this isn't something that wouldn't be launched on HBO Max. Although I do think HBO is playing a part in it, but it just feels I don't know, outdated to do a TV show on regular television anymore. Sounds bad, but I just don't have time for regular television. I even watch Superman and Lois on the CW app, not on regular television. So that just goes to show you. What I will say to this, and listen, I don't like bringing politics or social issues into my videos too much because I want it to be a safe space where everyone can kind of come together. But I mean, I'm gonna call it a spade a spade. When it comes down to it, the overly wokeness of Hollywood has affected the quality of the CW shows quite a bit. Anyways, what I was worried about Superman is that it would be affected by many of these things, but I'm glad to say that it wasn't. Superman was a very well done pilot that took a lot from Rebirth Superman with the family functionality. It did a great job at balancing out what the dynamic of that family was. I don't really care for the fact that there's two sons. I don't hate it. I'm okay with Superman having more kids, but it just seems weird that Jonathan's the one without powers and Jordan is the one with powers. Um, just the comic book fan of me pains for Jonathan because Jonathan is such an integral and important character in the Superman universe. I love the new super suit. First of all, I love the homage that they played to the 1930s to 40s Superman suit in the flashback, but the new Superman suit looks amazing. It just looks jacked and sleek and aerodynamic. I hated the Superman suit that he used in Supergirl, where it had like these straps here for the cape, which just looked terrible, and the belt was just shit. This Superman suit looks gorgeous and quite possibly top tier Superman suits. The CGI in the action was good for the parts it was, and it had that heart without being too much heart. I mean, when spoiler alert, and let me just adjust. Being in this car can be uncomfortable at times. When spoiler alert, Superman's mother dies. I said spoiler alert. It was an emotional time, and they handled it very well. And apparently this show has gotten pretty good ratings, so that's fantastic for them too. I really hope the best for this. I think all the actors are pretty good, although I like Terry Hatcher as Lois Lane a little bit more than I forget the actress who's playing her now. She still does a great job with Lois Lane. Um, but like I said, overall, I think this is a great premise for a show. I think that they right by how they're approaching the tone of the show, and just on a whole, I think it's fun, superhero fun. The point of superhero in this is, or superheroes in comic books in general, is I want to escape the terrible world of this world, like everything, right? From coronaviruses to the vaccines to wearing your mask to the right versus the left to the conservative versus the liberal to everything in between. I don't want to think about that stuff when I watch Superman save the world from an asteroid. I just want to enjoy my superhero-ness, and Superman does that. So that's just my brief but a little bit more extended thoughts on Superman. I'm curious what yours are, so please post it down below. With that said, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.